Hi there, dance studio owners, and welcome to the Transform My Dance Studio podcast. For the next 6 weeks, we are doing something we have never done before, and we couldn't be more excited to announce that the incredible Kim McSwain is going to be taking over the podcast for the next 6 weeks. The exclusive podcast series will be hosted by the founder of Changing Lives, who's really one of the best in the world at transforming studio culture, curriculum, and getting students, teachers, staff, and parents excited about dance and your studio in a whole new way. Kim McSwain is just one of our extraordinary coaches inside the DSOA Inner Circle, where she delivers monthly live training as well as daily group support for our Inner Circle members. If you're loving this podcast series with Kim as much as we are, make sure to join the Inner Circle waitlist at dsoa.com/inner circle to get even more access to our world-class coaches. Now, on to today's podcast episode with the one and only Kim McSwain.
Hello, everybody. Podcast time, all my little friends in the podcast world. Today, we're going to talk about dealing with the drama. WWKD, what would Kim do? How would I handle this situation? I don't have all the answers. What would I do? I don't know. You know what? I would get out of the drama. I would not deal with it. I would deal with it as painlessly as possible. That's what I would do. So here's what we did. We came up with 3 little scenarios. Student, teacher, owner, and parent, 3 different scenarios and how I would handle it. Now, I will tell you this. I try to be as personable as possible, understanding as possible, caring as possible, and get out of the drama as quick and as possible. Yeah. Okay, student. A student brings school drama to the studio. Well, of course they're gonna, because that's what kids do, right? They don't know how not to. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them know that that's not going to fly immediately from the beginning. And we're just going to set that down with our rules and regulations, right? That we've already started to talk about. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable. When we start the year, these things are going to come up. We're going to have a bad day at school. We're going to leave it at school because they deserve it. We're going to take that whole little situation that we've already talked about. We're going to lead it with that angle. If it comes up and they ever bring it, we simply nip it in the bud. Hey, we don't bring it here. Don't do it. Don't do it again. Got it? Done. And it should be fixed, right? If it happens again, simply say, don't do it ever again. Don't do it. And I don't understand why that would ever happen. I mean, if it's set from the very beginning that says you don't do this, first time it happens, don't do it ever again. It should never happen again. There you go, right? Dancers having too much anxiety over competition. Yeah, and you know why, guys? I think it's because we put too much emphasis on the end result. What is the competition result going to be instead of what is the performance going to be like? Isn't that what we're really gearing up for? The performance? How awesome are we going to be on the stage? Then the results come out of that, yes. But can we really control what 4 people that don't know us think about what we're going to do for that day? What mood are they in? I don't know. I don't really look at that situation. Do I want to win? Yeah, winning's awesome. Get into it. Are we going to lose? Sometimes, yeah. Do we need to learn how to win graciously and lose graciously? Yes. But here's the deal. My kids need to learn that I will decide if they need to be excited or not based on their performance. And that's that. And then winning, that comes maybe after. Losing comes maybe after. But we need to put the emphasis on the performance itself. How did that do? Because that's what we're doing. Competitions are really a way to put this on stage and let them be seen on stage. And how are they going to be, how is all that hard work that's been put into that learning, that choreography, that cleaning, all of that learning to perform on stage? That's the end result. So that's why they have too much anxiety. So let's spin it a little bit and then handle it that way. There's that drama gone. Thank you. Competition amongst each other. I think healthy competition is fine, right? Healthy competition is fine. But once you step those boundaries, it needs to be called out immediately. Hey. Don't do that. Stop. And I think, if there's a huge elephant in the room and nobody's saying anything, and most of the time, let's be honest, it's coming from the parents, then let's handle that. Let's handle that immediately. This will not go on in my team. It will not happen. So stop it immediately. It all comes from letting things go too far, too long, without having any supervision or anything, someone to say, stop immediately. This is not acceptable behavior. And I think that's why drama continues, or drama is allowed, because people allow it to happen, right? Just stop it. Whether you're the teacher, the owner, whoever, if there's competition amongst each other that's not healthy, then someone be the adult and say, stop, and lead the children how to do it correctly. Be gracious. Be kind. Quit competing against each other. Compete for yourself. Right? Don't be a moron. Okay, so let's talk about this. Teachers. Okay. Here's number one, right? Here's the first thing that comes up. Owners say this all the time. How do I deal with my teachers having outside stress and home drama affecting their work performance? Well, how do we deal with it? How do we deal with outside stress and home drama not affecting our work performance? We just don't let it happen. You just can't do it. That's work 101. You just can't do it. Don't do it. And here's the deal. If it's affecting them, here's the first thing. I would say, be kind. Say, are you okay? What can I do to help? I have to let you know that your outside work and whatever's happening at home is affecting your work performance here, and it's not cute. Let's get it under control immediately, because this is not acceptable and it cannot happen. So how can I help? Let's wrangle it in. Let's do it quickly. Right? I've had to do it before. I've had to say, hey, are you okay? Let's wrangle it in. This can't happen. You know that, right? Okay. And let's and get control of it. And like that, just recognize it. Right when it happens, recognize it. What if they don't communicate or meet deadlines? Well, you know what? I think sometimes it's their personality. Some people are just flighty a little bit. And I think that you just need to say something to them. Just say, hey, you know you don't communicate, right? And you know that you don't meet any of your deadlines, because maybe they're not aware of it. Maybe they just don't know. And just say that. I mean, I think that there's nothing wrong with honesty. I think there's nothing wrong with just pure, kind honesty. Hey, you know when I communicate with you, you do not answer me back, right? And every deadline that I give you, you're late on it or you do not meet it. Okay, how do we fix that? Because that's part of your job and you have to do it, or you cannot have a job anymore. I mean, how simple of communication is that? I think we just have to be that honest. I think we just have to be that honest, and then there should be no drama, right? It's just black and white conversation back and forth. What if they have a diva mentality and they're just hard to work with or approach? I think you have to be honest. I think you have to tell them their strengths, because I think everybody has incredible strengths. I think you have to acknowledge their strengths and what you like about them. And then I think you have to tell them, but I have to be honest with you. You are very hard to work with and sometimes unapproachable. But I do like you very much. And that's why I want to tell you that. But we need to find a way that we can work together so that we can continue to improve on your strengths, because I need you here and I want you here very badly. But we need to find a way that we can work together so that it's not so hard to approach you. Right? Just tell them that. Just tell them that. Because you're not being mean. You're just being honest with them. They're hard to approach and they're hard to work with. Maybe they didn't know that, or maybe they're just spoiled. Maybe they had bad parenting. It's not their fault. And I think that would be okay to let them know that. Don't tell them, that they're just obnoxious, but, just let them down gently. Okay. Owners. You overhear a teacher speaking badly about another teacher, coworker. Here's what's hard. You know what, you guys? Is because Everybody's a family up there. That's like trying to say that you live in a family and you're not going to hear one cousin talk bad about another cousin or a sister talk bad about another sister or something like that. It's going to happen. Is it small that you can ignore? Are you trying to get into that drama? Or is it something that you need to address? You need to figure that out. If it was something that could be harmful or hateful or just plain, that's not okay, I would just simply say, listen, that is not okay. They are part of our family. We love them. We see the light. We see their strengths. I don't want any animosity or any bad yuck in this family, in this house, in where we live, where we thrive, where we create, where we want to be in. I don't want any sort of yuck in there. So please don't ever say anything negative about them ever again. Please only see the best part of them. I would say that. Because that's what you want, right? That's what everybody wants. They want to feel safe, and they want to feel not judged, and they want to feel accepted, and they want to feel where they can turn their back and be just as safe as when they're looking forward at you, right? That's what everybody wants. And so I think there's nothing wrong with asking that from people. And I think that they'll respect you for that as well. Just don't talk bad about people. That's mean. I say that like a little kid. That's mean. It is. Just don't do it. It's mean. It's disrespectful. Even if they called for it, why do you have to say it? Just don't say it out loud. What about this, guys? What about you see one of your teachers' social media and it's questionable? You know, something they shouldn't have on there. And this goes all over, because then where are we overstepping our boundaries? How much is, well, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, but I have to say, I have to step in, guys. You are a brand now. You are a brand. You are these kids' hero. Now you're representing the studio. You're representing yourself. You're representing dance. You're representing everything that's good and happy and great. So I'm sorry. Take all your nasty off. And that's just the way I feel about it. Well, I have my views, Kim. Well, great. Have your views on your own secret account. That's how I feel. People are like, Kim, you can't say that. I can. This is what's fun about my little podcast I got to have for a second. It's not put your drinks up in the air. It's Saturday night. Woo! No, it's not. Put them down. You know, it's kind of like these kids look up to us, and we do become like little mini celebrities to them. So what you're representing is wholesome, and what you're representing is excellence, and you're representing all these things, and especially when you have a dance studio and your customer base is anywhere from 2 to 18. Come on. You have to watch what you're doing at all times. And your teachers have to understand that as well. Owners, what about this drama? Another studio is always trying to one-up you and steal your dancers. Well, just let them do their thing. Who cares? You know what? When we start worrying about what everybody else is doing, that's when we start to get really frustrated, and our stomach gets all torn up, and we get like that yuck feeling. Don't get in anybody else's business. Let them do their thing, because you know what? It takes time away from what we are doing. And when we get pulled away from what we are doing, that's exactly what they want. No, don't get steered away from your joy, your success, your drive, your everything, your focus, right? That's what we need to worry about. Our business, our stuff. Definitely not their drama. We're trying to worry about how we're not dealing with our drama, right? We want to deal with theirs. No, who cares what they're doing? Who cares? Parents. You hear a parent speaking badly about another parent and student. Well, you know this is going to happen, sis. Day one, get into it. You know that's happening. Pull them in. They got to have a meeting. Can't do it. Don't do it again. That's not the way that we run our business, and let me tell you why, because it's mean. We are dealing with children. If that mother ever found out, she would be sad. The children would be sad. Everybody's feelings were hurt. Somebody's feelings would get hurt. And that is not the way that you want your business run. Period. You are creating a space where children feel safe and seen and loved and accepted and cared about, and you're creating memories, and you are in charge of that, and that is not accepted. Don't do it again or you're out. Done. There's that conversation. Okay? Number 2, a parent is consistently stirring up negativity amongst other parents. Oh gosh, where do these people come from? And I'm wondering when I see people like this, if I spent time with them, if I could turn them around. And I'm wondering if I probably couldn't. Oh, God bless their hearts. Okay, so she's stirring up a mess. She's bored out of her mind. She's constantly stirring up stuff with other parents. You call her in. You tell her absolutely not. If you hear one more thing, she's gone. That's it. And then you ask her if she's okay. That's what I would do. Just say, hey, Karen, are you okay? Because I'm a little concerned that you're constantly stirring up negativity. And that's not possible in what the space that I create. And I know how healthy an environment it is. And I know that everything I do is right and good. The fact that you could create something negative out of that makes me a little concerned about what's going on in your world. Are you okay? Mic drop. Okay. Number 3, a parent has a constant complaint. There we go. There's another one. Here's what I want to do about complaints. What do y'all think about this? I was thinking about this. What if there was a 2-week turnaround for complaint meeting times? Meaning, somebody gets a complaint, okay? They have to fill out a complaint form, and it has to be turned in a week later, okay? So they can get a complaint. Say something happens. Susie felt like you hurt her feelings because she didn't get to go in the front row and show you her split. So a week later, the mom gets to turn in the complaint form. Okay, so she has a week to fume it down. She then turns it in. A week later, she gets a 15-minute meeting with you. 15-minute meeting with you to discuss her complaint. That's 2 weeks. That means a week later, she's not going to care enough to turn in that complaint form. Then she gets a meeting with you where you have a week to think about what you're going to say to her. All is good by that point. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that could ever work? A week to turn in your complaint, a week after to meet with them. All is good by that point. No complaints. I don't know. I wonder if that could ever work. But anyway, if she has a constant complaint, you just tell her that you wish her the best and that maybe another studio would be better for her. But if she ever feels like she wants to come back, she's always welcome, complaint free. Right? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like sometimes when people want to bring drama, they just need to be heard for a second. They just need to be heard. And a lot of times that's like a little cry out for help, like little kids. You know what I mean? So if you take it, you diffuse the situation, you let them know they're heard, and just give them a little smile, maybe a little pat on the back. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Or just call me, you guys. I'll deal with it. I'll be happy to come in there with a smile and just fix them right up. So I hope that you guys had fun today. You guys, I was very peaceful today because I locked all my dogs away. So there was no disturbances besides me and Cat Jack. We're out here. But have a wonderful day. I look forward to speaking with you guys next. And remember to not deal with any drama that you don't have to, you guys. You're in charge of your day. You're in charge of your happiness. Be happy.
We hope you enjoyed today's special episode of the Transform My Dance Studio podcast with guest host Kim McSwain. Don't forget to join our Inner Circle waitlist at dsoa.com/innercircle for even more access to our world-class coaching team. You can also join us over in the Dance Studio Owners Association Facebook group for more resources and support in growing the dance studio of your dreams while reclaiming your life.